Well, I hope y'all are ready to see a whole bunch of footage and pictures of a ton of awesome snakes. Got to spend time with two great friends, Josh and Colin. Now what we are seeing here is a spectacle cobra, one that's found in Sri Lanka. I did a whole video on all the different types of naja and the Sri Lankan. I mentioned how some have this beautiful black on the hood. This one is a great example of that. The unfortunate thing is this one is in shed, so it's much more dull than it would be out of shed. But you see the black, especially around the hood pattern? Wow. Love the Sri Lankan version almost as much, if not more, than those found in Pakistan, which are black. The black Pakistan cobra. If you haven't seen the video going over every single naja, check that out. The next snake is so adorable. It's a baby Russel's viper. Now both the spectacle cobra and the Russel's viper are two snakes out of the big four in India, which are the four venomous snakes responsible for the most snake bites. It's the Indian cobra, the Russel's viper, the saw-scaled viper, and the common crate. Here we see two of them, and look at this. It's just so cute. Baby Russel's viper, big eyes, big nostrils. Wow. And we have to follow it up with another baby snake, and this time a baby northern Pacific rattlesnake, doing what I love most with rattlesnakes, the slow tongue flicks that they do. It's just so cool to see. The best part about it with this is when I'm taking pictures, very easy to get a picture with the tongue out because it's sticking out for quite some time. I'm going to mention this even though I mention it every time I show a rattlesnake, because even when I mention it, I still hear it said over and over again, even on the same video. The saying that you can tell the age of a rattlesnake by counting the number of segments on the rattle is a myth. Each time they shed their skin, which would be quite often for a baby like this, each time they shed, they gain a segment. And when the rattle is long, as the snake moves around, the rattle can get caught on stuff and break off. They are hollow and interlocked, so all around it's just not true that you can tell the age of a rattlesnake by counting the number of segments. It's time for the iconic brown forest cobra. Forest cobras are the largest species of true cobra. True cobra? What? Well, king cobras, even though they're the longest venomous snake on earth, they aren't true cobras. They belong in their own genus, Ophiophagus. True cobras belong in the genus Naja, and this is Naja subvulva. Wow, this snake is massive, about 7 foot long, and it can get 2 to 3 foot longer. They're incredible. And we're going to see another forest cobra as well, the West African banded cobra, which is the most beautiful species of forest cobra in my opinion. Forest cobras used to be one species, but now they are 5 different species. This is the Indo-Chinese spitting cobra, also known as a black and white spitting cobra, which will be very clear shortly. You see the black and white coloration? This is a highly variable species. Some can even be jet black. Some can have just a black stripe down the back and a lot of white. Some can be kind of speckled like that first one. Some banded like this one. The banded phase is my favorite. So beautiful. And if you notice the back of the hood, same pattern as the spectacle cobra. But not all of the Indo-Chinese spitting cobras have this hood pattern. Some don't have it at all. Incredible. Now the snake you're seeing right here is a Brazilian lancehead, a Bothrops, a very beautiful one. Now I didn't film much of this one this visit because last time I captured a lot of footage of it. But this snake, the equatorial spitting cobra, is one that I didn't film at all last time. Look at the white along the side of the hood. It's a very unique snake and one that you don't see that often. Very beautiful. I really like that white. Reminds me of the yellow on the West African banded cobra. Yellow on the side of the hood. This one has white on the side of the hood. Really cool. This is the Yucatan Neotropical rattlesnake, Crotalus zabcan. Very beautiful. Now the thing I love most about Central and South American rattlesnakes is that little stripe before the pattern on the neck area. So cool. This snake might be my favorite species of rattlesnake. Just so beautiful. And look at how light the pattern is. Some are even almost white. And they get quite large too. Just an incredible species of rattlesnake. Speaking of incredible species of rattlesnake, check out these western diamondback rattlesnakes. One normal, one a bubblegum albino. Look at that. Now the bubblegum is so hard to capture the true beauty on camera. So I'm going to insert some cell phone footage, which I feel like picked up the pattern and coloration much better. But that might be my favorite. Typically I love the normals of any snake more so than the genetic mutations. But this one might be the exception. It's hard to decide, but look at it. Do you see it? This beautiful big-eyed baby snake is a banded snouted cobra just like Annie. But since this one is young, the bands are so faint. As it ages, they will appear much more. But I hope y'all enjoyed seeing all these snakes. And a big thank you to Colin for allowing Josh and I to come by. And click like, click subscribe. And I want to give a big shout out to my channel members. If you want to support, become a channel member, get early access to videos, exclusive content, and a shout out at the end. Big shout out to my Patreon members as well. If you want to support me over there, you also get early access to videos, exclusive content, and a shout out at the end. Big thank you to those that donate in other ways. Click the description, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, check out the Etsy page where I have some prints available. Love y'all so much, I'll be back soon.